This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Okay, good morning, Rabbi Sai. How are you? Bruchim Abom. We're continuing Mishnah Berua, Daf Hashavua. We're learning Siman Yadalid, Suf Beis. We began two of the Mishnah Beruas on Suf Beis, where the Mechaber said if a Jew puts tzitzis on a beged without Kavana, if there are no other tzitzis to be machsherit, you can rely on the Shita of the Rambam, who says it's okay, but don't make a bracha. Says the Mishnah Berurah Katan Ches, Lo Yivarich Alav, Afilu im Lo Yasa Rak HaTechiva B'Kanav Shaloi Lishma. Even if you just stick it through the corner of the hole, Shaloi Lishma. B'Kol Shekein im Asa HaKesher Elyon Shaloi Lishma. Certainly if you made the first knot, Shaloi Lishma. The Rashi v'Harash v'Hatoysus V'Rilahu, Rashi, the Rosh and Toysus, they hold, to be Inon Midayraisa Gam Kein Tliya Lishma. Rashi and the Rosh and Toysus, they hold you have to put it in the garment lishma, not like the Rambam. The Rambam says that you don't need lishma to stick it through the hole, but Rashi, the Rosh and Toysus hold that you need to stick it through midaraisa. Ukra demir oive gilulim, the pasuk that excludes a guy. So tzarach afilu yisrael oimin agam lamdei lishma would require a Jew to be Omer al-Gabav and teach him to do it lishma. Meaning, the pasuk that says a goy can't do it is talking about even if the Jew is standing over him and telling him to do lishma, the goy can't do it. In other words, the Mishnah Berurah is Ba'adar B'Ayikasha, according to Rashi, Rosh and Toysus, that you need to do it lishma. So why do I need a pasuk to be made a goy? A goy is not doing it lishma. Says the Mishnah Berurah, Siman Yadal Katan Ches, that you need the pasuk, even if there's a Jew standing there and telling the guy to do it lishma, it's still not good. You need to articulate explicitly that you're hanging, you're suspending all these tzitzis for the sake of tzitzis. Okay, Sif Gimel. Sif Gimel. Hashoyel mechaveroi talis she'eno mitzuyatzes. Pater melahata b'tzitzis kol shlosh mem. If you borrow from your friend a four-cornered talis that does not have tzitzis on it, you're exempt from putting tzitzis on it for 30 days. D'chsev kesuscha v'lo shalachem. It says your garment, not someone else's. Aval achar shloshim yom chayv midrabanan b'nei sheneros kishaloi. After 30 days, you are exempt. You are obligated midrabanan because after you have something for 30 days, it's maras ayin, it looks like it's yours. Says the Mishnah Berurah, Pater, v'hamato b'tzitzis u'mevarech lo hifsid. So here you borrowed a garment without tzitzis, even though you're pater, but if you want to put tzitzis, make a bracha, you're not losing out. Why? Like women that can make a mitzvah, a bracha, a mitzvah saseh, even though they're exempt. By the way, the Bir Halacha quotes something very interesting. I'm sorry, the Dirshu quotes something very interesting. He says, the Ramah later on, Siman Yud Zayin, and Siman Tav Kuf Peites, and the Bir Halacha and Siman Tav Chaf Beis, they bring that regarding Birchas Halal, women are allowed to make a bracha on Halal. But the Bir Halacha in Siman Kuf Tzadi says the opinion of Darkei Moshe is Lamaisa, women are better off not making a bracha for Tkiyah Shofar, because since there's no remez in Kol HaTorah Kula that women should hear the sound of the shofar, they want to do it, they could do it. They're not obligated to do it. By the way, it's brought, they've already been makabel it upon themselves. But that's great that they're makabel. But women are better off not making a bracha on the shofar. But the Bir Halacha says, what could you do? You know, they want to do it, you can't stop them. But if they would listen to us, we would tell them, just don't make a bracha. Very interesting. By the way, so just let's get this argument clear. The Mishnah Berurah is saying, making a bracha on a talis she'ula is akin to women making a bracha on a mitzvah saseh shezman grama. And since our women make a bracha on a mitzvah saseh shezman grama, one can make a bracha on a tal shula. I just want to point out, that's the sheet of Rabbeinu Tam. That's what Ashkenazim do. Sephardim do not make a bracha. Women do not make a bracha on Zman Grama. Sephardic women do not make a bracha on sukkah, on lulav, on any mitzvah. In fact, they're not allowed to. It's a bracha levatala for them. And that's why there's a shaila whether Sephardim are allowed to say bracha she'amar nishtabach. And Rabbi Ovadia paskins no. And therefore Rabbi Ovadia paskins a Sephardi should not daven with Ashkenazi. Don't send your kid to Ashkenazi school because you're teaching them to make a bracha levatala. But just accordingly, then probably for a Sephardi cannot make a bracha on a tala she'ula. The Mishnah continues, Mamela, even though it's not chayiv in tzitzis, you could go out into a public domain. The noy hula beged is considered a beauty for the beged. So now the Shah says, what about a woman who wants to wear tzitzis on Shabbos? Yeah? So a woman wants to wear tzitzis on Shabbos. So we say later on, the Dirshu quotes in Siman Shin Aleph, that according to the Magen Avram, she would have to bring a karban chatas. Because since she doesn't typically go out with it, so for her it's like a masoy. But what if some woman, she always wears tzitzis, she's a wow, she's a woman of the wall. So is she chayiv to bring a karban chatas? No. That's the least of her problems, that she wants to wear tzitzis on Shabbos. But anyway, okay. Siv katan yud midrabanan. After 30 days of chayim midrabanan, v'yivarach halal, you'd make a bracha on it. V'soicher dina kashaf. You rent a garment, the din is like a shayal. That's oilas tomish mechechem etos menachos memdad amanav dermaz talis uvaiter matzah shekasav uschiras masafgalan. The eater is masupik about schiras. Okay, that's Shem will continue tomorrow. Good to see everybody back. We'll see you tomorrow, regular time, 9 o'clock. Okay, back to regular schedule. Bracha v'atzlacha, kol tov, everyone.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.